Hey Broadway.com, I'm Gregory Gale, the costume designer of Rock of Ages. We're here at the Brooks Atkinson Theater. We're talking about the costume design for the play. It's all 80s power ballads. There's strippers, there's rock stars, there's leather clothes, there's studs. There's a lot of underwear. Okay, we're gonna go into James Carpinello's dressing room to look at some of our rocker guys' clothes. So we'll see, I'm gonna show you what, James? Yes. Well, we're here with Broadway.com. This is James.
Hey, Broadway.com.
This is actually one of his costumes for the play, believe it or not, with the superhero underwear.
What's the purpose of it?
Well, just trying to show them the costumes, James.
Oh, cool.
He's Stacey Jacks, the lead singer of Arsenal. So, it's a zebra robe, mirror, heat set, Arsenal logo on the back. That's all heat set crystals that are imported from Austria. We have a custom leather cowboy hat. James is laughing at us.
I'm laughing with you, Gregory. I'm laughing with you.
All right, Broadway.com. It's not just about men's clothes. We have beautiful women. We have video vixens. We have, I don't know, chicks from any 80s video you can think of. So we're going to look at some of their clothes, and you can check it out. So in here we have Catherine.
Oh, hi.
You're just like walking around backstage in your costume, just. Anytime you feel like it?
Fill it out, just put it on. I mean, it's a lot. So I just need to get in character. I do this a lot in my dressing room. I just pose.
With the bevel.
With a bevel.
It's a lot of look. But the idea is with our ladies is they have an underwear base that they wear the entire play. And this is Catherine's Act 1. She has it's a skirt and a vest that we made. And with this belt, all the studs on the cheetah there, zipper trim. But she has this base underwear on the entire play with things that go on and off it. That's a very subtle belt buckle, which our director, Kristen Hangy, picked out herself. Well, Kristen and I, we would just send links to videos back and forth from YouTube, like, oh, did you see this Poison video? It's so funny. Or how about, Love is a Battlefield? That's like the story of our play. But we didn't actually slavishly copy any of that. We just sort of had all of those archetypes in our head and then put Rock of Ages together. This is my costume Bible. It's a combination of drawings, swatches, and inspiration. So this is the inspiration for the jean vest that Drew Constantine Morales wears for the majority of the first act. So it's just a piece of reference that I really like, the feel and the look of it. There's a leather coat that she wears over this in Act 1.
Which is from a vintage.
Yeah, it's a vintage 80s look.
So somebody wore this in the 80s.
It's the real deal.
I am recreating this.
And then there's a pair of custom boots that are sort of a cowboy look. It's a printed croc with some iridescent, some matching iridescent toe and heel idea with buckles. And it's a dance boot we were struggling with, but we think we figured it out. The shoemaker actually put lacing underneath a flap on the front. It's called a butterfly. It's like what you put in a cavalier boot. So he came up with that idea as a way to pull the boot in tight against his ankle for all of the movement that our choreographer Kelly Devine has done. So this is the shirt that he wears with it. It's a lot of look, and we don't even have the hair and makeup yet. To complete the look, we really need some great 80s hair. So in the wig room here, we have Tom Watson, our hair designer.
Hello. Welcome to the fabulous wig room here at the Brooks Atkinson. From the look of what they're doing, you can see it's all about big hair. So big hair and roots. There are 12 wigs in the show and about 4 or 5 cover swing wigs. Most of the wigs are hand-tied. Certainly the Stacey Jacks that James will be wearing, that Josh is working on, is totally hand-tied. That's about 40 hours. And you can see the roots, and we dye the hair, and gives it that kind of crazy rocker thing.
I have literally 15 inches of blonde hair. I mean, it's like Dee Snider, huge, giant blonde wig. Which, this looks kind of redonk now without it. Just like I'm in some campy rodeo right now, but when you put the hair on, it's full-on rocker.
It's all about big hair. It's about crimpers and just hot sets, like curling irons, crimping irons, and, Aquanet to really make it stiff and keep it standing up.
My name is Angelina Avalon, and I'm the makeup designer for Rock of Ages. We have a lot of gold, silver, iridescent colors. Everything has a lot of shine. It's unusual combinations of coral and orange, pink, gold. The guys are as glamorous as the girls. We have sent some of our guys to tan. So they have spray-on tans, body tan, and face tan. The show has a very young, dynamic, glamorous quality, and it's extremely appealing. There is an element of youth, vitality, and fun. Pure rock and roll.
How are you about taking off your skirt in front of the camera?
I think I could handle that.
Are you okay with that?
Uh-huh.
Brace yourself, everyone.
It's a little racy. Not for the kids. So this skirt comes off. It just zips, which is pretty amazing.
So this is her base underwear.
This is the base.
Again, it's a very subtle look on a totally hot body. I mean, look
Very
at. I mean,
subtle.
please, what are you gonna do?
But I would say this is like, I don't know, I just think about Madonna.
Madonna.
Remember this little cute little number?
Right, it's a little Betsy Johnson,
She's
sort of
so
a
cute.
yeah, little cute girl. So James starts the scene in this look as a base, and then when he goes into a performance, he adds the matching coat on top. It's very subtle. It's period correct. It's just a very, very subtle character study. Turn around for us, James, to get the back view. So it's sort of it's a performance like cowboy rocker sort of idea. And when our lighting designer Jason Lyons gets the lights going, it's pretty amazing.
I got several pairs of chaps here. I've got this really awesome half shirt, star half shirt. I like that a lot. I've got a cod piece.
Here we are outside of Amy Spanger's dressing room, and this is a patent leather harness and matching G-string that Barrick Stribling made here for our principal in a Broadway musical. So, Barrick, how long did it take you to do all those studs that I tortured you to do?
Quite a while. First it was cutting the holes in order to put the studs in, and then actually pounding the studs. My neighbors got very upset with all the pounding.
And then we had these matching boots made. So when it all comes together, she has her matching boot and bustier and G-string. Tasteful. Another subtle
stripper.
Right, another subtle look.
Absolutely.
So this is her presentation gown when she's.
I'm presenting the award.
It's very subtle. It's beaded cheetah. She puts it on and off in a super fast change.
It's about 5 seconds.
Yeah, and it's only connected in just this clasp right here,
Just
and then it
this
comes
and
off.
drop.
Rather than purchasing things, when you actually make them, you have artisans like Barrick make things that are really high quality, that fit beautifully, that are really appropriate for the actor's body.
Right, and there's a lot more tailoring that can go on too, because you can't tailor things that you do over the, off the rack.
Just as an example, here is a skirt that we had from off-Broadway, which I liked the idea of with the ruffle and the suede. But then that's what I was talking about, giving it an upgrade. So here is the skirt that Barrick actually constructed for Broadway. There's a lot more detail. The shape is much cuter. The ruffle is more controlled. All of the detailing and cording and piping all come together. So we have like a cute skirt, and then we have a miraculous skirt. And that's sort of the idea of how we gave it sort of like an upgrade for Broadway. The end of Act 1, it's the first time that we see our women that are actually strippers, because our heartbroken principal, played by Amy Spanger, ends up stripping. So we see the women come out on the street for the first time, and she's seduced into being a stripper. So this is the first time we see Catherine as a stripper. So this is a vintage kimono that we've cut up and sort of doctored into like a sexy little kimono. Sort of like she's chopped it up for herself and gave it a really like hot look. And then over this base, for all of Act 2, she wears a harness that we made, Barrick Stribling made for Catherine, that's black patent leather with a red metallic that she wears over the underwear for all of Act 2. It's actually something that we bought online, and then we gave it to Barrick Stribling to copy. So we used the idea, but again, Barrick gave it a big upgrade. The way that it's constructed with all of the piping and in the metallic there, but the actual shape and the idea of it came from like a real stripper harness. Again, just giving it an upgrade for Broadway. And that looks amazing on you, Catherine. Do you feel really comfortable in that?
I am getting more comfortable. We teched in costume, which is interesting, just so they could figure out with lighting and everything, what everything would actually look like. So it was about 8 hours a day we'd be wearing the costumes, so we got very comfortable in our costumes.
And are you comfortable inviting your mom and dad to see you like that?
They're coming tomorrow.
Oh my God! Right, I'm not going to be here because then I'll be accused of what they've done to their daughter. But whatever.
But they're cool. They're excited about the show, and they've been warned.
You got to see some of my costumes that Gregory designed, but he's knocked it out of the park all the way across the board. Everybody looks amazing, but you have to come down to the Brooks Atkinson to see us in Rock of Ages to see all of it, or I should say, see maybe not all of it, because we have scantily clad women. It's fantastic.
So this is just one of many of the looks you'll see here at Rock of Ages. So come check us out, and thanks, Broadway.com. Thanks for coming.
You've been backstage, you've seen the costumes, you've seen hair, you've seen makeup, you've seen our actors, you have the feel of the 80s and the idea of what Rock of Ages is, so come and see us here at the Brooks Atkinson Theater.